he falls asleep now with his Paw Patrol trucks, which my parents got two of.
Oh yeah.
So so I go and he's sleeping. He's just like fast asleep. And the one hand he's got Chase, and the other hand he's got like Marshall. He's just just
Clutching
sitting there.
them.
Oh yeah. You're trying to like put him in bed and like rock him, but he's got like these two trucks, massive trucks in his hands. You're like,
Yeah.
like what is this? Like,
My youngest used to sleep. Well, he still does. He sleeps with books, which doesn't sound so bad, but like he'd have a pile of books, and then like he'd have his face just kind of like wedged in the book, and you wake up with like these lines and scratches from the book. Like, yeah, we can't. Let's put some stuffies on top of this at least. And
yeah. Looking at his face and reading a story to the other one. Hold still.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Rabbit said, the adult beverages are poured, the kids are asleep. Welcome to New Dad Gaming, a show about fatherhood, gaming, and new fathers figuring out their gaming lives. My name is Trevor, and I have a 2-year-old and another on the way.
And I'm Jeff. I have a 6.5-year-old and a 4-year-old.
So I had this weird thought where it's like it's almost like the kid is 18 or it's like his wedding day, and you go through the history of the show and you try to find like the nice moments. Like, you know what's so wonderful about being a dad?
Yeah, you need the montage. Like, Slim Pickens here.
Their montage is like 4 clips. He's fine, I guess. Oh, he went to bed, thank God.
No, you need the magic of editing. So you just edit the sentences that my life is great.
Yeah, it's actually about Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
What a great son game to the sun. I mean, so I should almost say a weekly affirmation about how wonderful they are.
Yeah. One positive thing.
In case the kid is listening, you're all right.
Yeah.
You're doing good, son. I'll tell you one thing that's not doing good though, man. Forget Paw Patrol. It's just like that. The mayor of Foggy Bottom should be in jail.
I agree.
I so
agree.
You know, if it's like classic cartoon, up to no good Nick, fine. Like he spills oil on the road during a race. All right. Yeah. But he just stole their car.
Yeah.
Like the truck. He just literal Grand Theft Auto stole their car.
Yeah.
And then at the end they're like, don't do it again. It's like, put him in jail. He's going to do it again. Like, I guarantee, I'll bet you money.
Yeah.
He always does it again. Just like there's like 2 or 3 other times where it's just like legitimate crimes. Again, it's not even just like, haha, let the air out of your tires. Like it's like, haha, I set your
cut your brake lines. Hold on. Don't do it again.
Oh. Like, I took all the money out of your bank. They just the one time he stole gold. It's like, that's theft over 10,000. Like that's
easily.
He's just stealing your gold. Like that's put the man in jail. He's awful.
Yeah. It's amazing what they can get away with and promote to kids, really. Because if I was in any sort of other show,
it just feels lazy. It's like, okay, in this episode, he's going to murder somebody. And you're just like, sure, yeah. And they'll give him a good finger wagging. They'll just go on with their lives.
They really needed to get one member of the Paw Patrol out. They just needed to get rid of that person. This is how they did it. Don't do it again. Murder. In memory of Sky.
They probably would too. They added a new one. So they added Everest.
Yeah.
An extra female. And then it came time to add another one. And as a dude, like this, one with the big ears, like in that
Australian
jungle.
One?
Yeah. Or no, I think he's Mexican.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been up with my Paw Patrol in a while, so.
Yeah. Oh, God bless you for that. Man, anyway. How was your week in fatherhood and gaming?
Mine was pretty good. No Paw Patrol, but the kids, my youngest had his preschool graduation. So that was an event.
I love that that's a thing.
That's a thing. They do that.
Did you have a graduation when you graduated
No,
from?
I think I had like maybe an end song that we had to present or something. Like we put on a show to the parents, and
Yeah, you
this
had to
is
do work.
yeah, and I think it was more proof. Like, hey, we did teach them something. Like, your money didn't go to waste. Look, they're singing. But with this one, it was a whole thing. They had snacks, chairs. Parents brought flowers for their kids. It was very. We did not do any of that.
Yeah,
But
please, thank you.
it was
Just
cute.
imagine like just like renting little suits for like $500 a shot, and
Yeah,
like
no, there were suits and bow ties, and the girls were in like nice dresses. And then you see my kid that we had to bring a change of clothes because I knew he would just have like sand and ketchup like hanging off his shirt, just not up to standard on what the
were
other kids.
the would the smallies please come and collect their naked child from the front, please?
Sir, can you just step outside, please? We're gonna have the ceremony without your kid. We'll do that later.
Just take his diploma and get out of here, sir.
Yeah, you don't want him to ruin the class picture. So
Again.
that was okay. It was he loved it that we were there early. I think that was his main takeaway, that we came early for him and it was an early day and he was just over the moon for us to be there, which is fun. Whatever floats his boat. In terms of gaming, I picked up 2 games on sale. Final Fantasy 15
Oh, you got in.
and
What's
Ratchet and
happening?
Clank.
Ooh,
So
a new one, old and the new. It's great.
yeah, Ratchet and Clank, great for the kids. It's really hard. I don't remember it being that hard, I guess, watching my almost 7-year-old play it. He was getting turned around on some stuff, but he liked it. Final Fantasy 15 has been patched out the wazoo, so it's been a great experience.
I was gonna say that's like what is that, like a 30 gig
It was a
day one
17
download?
gig patch.
Jeez. That's like there's internet packages anywhere from
Yeah,
10 to 20 gigs. Like that's your whole month.
blow it all away. Yeah. Yeah, no, I put it in. I figured there'd be a patch, but I didn't read up on what has been done. And I put it in there and you could see the timer tick up. And you're like, this is not going well. So I walked away from it and came back. But yeah, it's been great. I don't know. I think it's addressed a lot of the criticisms that it's had in the past. And definitely I can see flaws in the story. It's not the strongest story, but it's very addictive. Like, I don't know what it is. It's all about teamwork and you taking on the world. It's awesome.
Bromance.
Yeah,
The
and
world's greatest bromance.
I didn't think I'd like that, but they like high five you mid battle and then go back in and fight this demon. I'm like, I don't know, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, I am doing a good job keeping you suckers alive.
Do you like the battle system?
I changed it, so I don't like the active all the time, but they have an active wait. So if you stop moving, it goes into a turn based. So you can
Like literally just stop your character.
if you stop your character, the whole screen kind of grays out. It shows you where the enemies are, kind of like Final Fantasy 12, where it has the lines. So everything stops moving. You do have a timer, which is ridiculously long. So it's like 30 seconds. But you can prep your healing potions and spells, and you don't control any of the other characters, but you kind of give them direction. So you can do all that. And that has helped me so much because otherwise I find I'm walking in and just mashing buttons and trying to kill whatever and hitting everything I can and then wasting all my items because I just go nuts.
I think that might do well for me because I think 12 has been one of my favorite systems besides like a very classic RPG system if that's the kind of mood you're in. But like,
Yeah.
I love that system in 12. I thought that was just fantastic and just felt like it was so natural for exploring too, because as opposed to running around and then like you're ripped out of.
Yeah. And it has a new screen and
Yeah, this is just like you just like all of a sudden your lines start going off and you guys naturally do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And that continual optimization of it around like, okay, then you do this and then you do this.
It's pretty cool that way. And it instills a fear in you. I have never traveled at night in that game because it's like, don't go out at night. The demons come out. I'm like, whatever, this is Final Fantasy. And you go out and my God, these huge like beasts come out and you're totally under leveled in the beginning. So you're just afraid for your life. You're like, I need to get back to wherever, like a camp. I think you save at a camp before sundown, and you're really like stressed out to get there. You're like, I need to get somewhere where I'm safe.
That's awesome. Jeez.
But it's neat that way, and I find that a lot of people complain about how you only level when you rest. I kind of like that. So you don't level up during the battle, but you gain experience, and then you have to go and either camp out or go to a motel, and that's when you get all your stats upgraded. So I don't know. It's kind of a different way to push you forward. But it's neat. I don't know. I'm liking it. So $30, like wrong.
Man, that does sound greatly. It's just timing, man. Like,
oh no, yeah, it's a huge. Like it's.
Was it your 2017 game? This is a little closer.
It might be. It might just continue on while the games are on top. So we'll see. How about you?
No, that's not a damn thing.
Try to get your kid to sleep, and that's about it. All right.
Yeah, putting baby to sleep. Now with the work and everything else, and still just have really been too busy. The only thing I dipped into a little bit was trying to finish Uncharted 4.
Oh yeah.
So just coming to the tail half, and like, man, that game still just looks like
gorgeous.
It's hard to believe it exists. Like, it really. It's just, how did they do this? Like, the story and just like how detailed every little part of the world is, and then like you're only in this section or like this town for
a split second sometimes, and you're just like, what? Somebody like spend months on.
And then some of the dialogue stuff too, where like it's kind of like you get this extra choice of dialogue.
Yeah.
Where like if you get to a particular section or you catch a character in a moment, you can engage with them around that moment, and how just like naturally it all kind of goes in. And there's so many cases too where like the cutscene will end, and then your guy's just standing there because the game just looks like the cutscenes.
Yeah.
And you're just playing a cutscene, so you're like, oh, I'm supposed to move. You're done. That's incredible.
After you're done, you need to go search a YouTube video on the 20 things you missed. And it's just silly little details that, like, when Drake gets into a car, he hops over and places his gun on the seat and then puts his hands on the steering wheel. It's not like he just jumps in the car and that's the animation. And like little things, like the speedometer works and his watch tells the time, like ridiculous little things that you never know.
Man, no, it's just it's so exciting in some ways, like to be able to play games in an age where that thing exists. It's just,
yeah.
Man, I think
be on your phone in 10 years, so don't
worry. Can't wait. I'm trying to think. Have you seen anything in I haven't really checked them yet. Probably will. Like I like to torture myself and just purchase games I'll never actually play. But I mean, like especially now, because the countdown's on for the death of my gaming. But it's this Steam summer sales on.
Yes, it's true. Yes,
I've not looked at it yet. Just like, I don't know if you have. Like, have you checked it out or?
Well, I get the email notification saying, hey, something's on sale from your wish list. I'm like, I can't look at that. There's no way I can. Like Shadow of Mordor, I think is like $4.
Yeah, that was just like that. The world is just yelling at me to get that game. Like that's just that's the next Skyrim as far as like, look, this game. It's the world coming to you and say, look, this game is fantastic. Here's just for the price of a latte. Would you please just pick it up?
Just put it in your backlog. Forget about it. Whatever. At least it's off your list. It's there if you want it. But
any moment.
A couple of those, they look interesting. But again, I'm just trying to stop. I can't do it. But Mordor would be a good one. And there's a couple others that are kicking around, but I think they're all indie titles that I was looking into. But yeah,
those things like, I mean, No Man's Sky, I think dropped down to like $18. Like, way down. It's a couple racing ones. Like it's just like across the board. Like again, it's just absurdity. Like how so, and now PlayStation 2, like that they followed suit as far as like the same time frame. I think they have a bunch of deals going on.
Yeah, they had like 2 sets of specials on it. It was like the days of E3 and then like double PS Plus discounts. So I don't know, everyone's just throwing sales at you. Just here's what you can play for the summer. Go for it.
Like which is basically like a month left. Because the other thing too is we have we're hoping to have my wife's parents come up and help us with the birth.
Yeah.
Just doing some
physically.
Yeah. Just hold us both, like cradle us both as we're cradling the baby.
This is awkward.
Yeah, I'd take it, man. I'll go to sleep in someone's arm. I don't care. So just working through some logisticals to see if we can make it happen. But when they do, it's just going to be a space consideration thing. I don't think what would be my main gaming area will turn into the bedroom. And I don't know if I set up a new gaming area with the real approach to the fact like I'm not going to have time anyways.
Right.
So it's just like, so July really is like the last bastion for possibly doing anything. That's it. That's like this is your time. And I'm so busy. It's just like, it's like there's nothing to it. I'd like to, man, I should really break out little chunks to ensure like there's just at least like that hour a week. I mean, and not to put salt in your wound, I will say that this is one of the better parts of VR.
Oh yeah.
Where because the time, my time especially right now is so tiny.
Yeah.
Like to have like that as the experience I get to have, where it's not just, you know, I play like a race or like a 10 minutes of Uncharted 3. It's like you're putting on this helmet and you're in this world. Yeah. You're just entirely immersed. So like that tiny little window you have is spent just in the utmost
escaping reality completely.
Like in the absolute pinnacle of like what gaming has tried to represent. And there's like the games coming up for VR right now are nuts. There's so many. Yeah. So that one has been great. What was I going to say? The only other thing was I've noticed that like there's two here in Toronto. There's 2 VR game rooms that have opened up.
What?
Yes, yeah, so you just go to these places and you pay, I guess, some amount for an hour, and then you just like they got the whole setup. So you just like toss on the helmet. They got this one where it's like they actually like a whole racing like big wheel, like and everything ready to go.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And there's 2 that's open up, like one in kind of a market nearby and another on a street, like within call it like 10 minutes of walking distance to each other.
Wow. No, that would be totally down for that.
Yeah.
Get my fix.
Say come on downtown and get your VR fix.
Come on.
So to switch quickly with the big news coming out today was Nintendo has confirmed that they will be releasing an SNES Mini.
Oh my god, yes. I think I said this last time that when the NES launched, I was like, yeah, it's okay. I would get one. But if they launch a Super Nintendo one, I'm down. That's perfect. It was such a good console. So many good games. I'm excited.
There it is. Like, what do you think of the game list? Like it seems like they nailed
a lot. Like they had a lot of the big players on there. I'm surprised at all the licensing that went down with that. Like Mario World, Mario Kart, Final Fantasy 3, which is 6. So even having that, Super Punch Out, I loved. I just didn't even think of that. Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong,
the F-Zero, Mario Kart,
F-Zero. So good.
Secret World of Mana,
Zelda.
They had Zelda. That's a huge win. That's fantastic. That game holds up.
Yeah, still. Street Fighter. They have You could buy this console for less than it costs in the like Switch version. Like I heard that one was like ridiculously priced. So even having Street Fighter is an insane.
Man, I couldn't believe like one of the what I think is probably one of my more charming games I'd ever played was Super Mario RPG.
Yes.
I can't believe they put that in. Like that's such a sleeper hit.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that one actually, and to switch that with like All Stars or something. Like I didn't think they would go RPG instead of doing Super Mario All Stars or some other RPG. But that's a good welcome one. And Star Fox obviously with number 1 and 2, the
Secret 2 like that.
Who knows?
What if maybe it's a lie? Like maybe there never was Star Fox 2. They just built it especially for this console.
Yeah, that's it.
Like you're telling me that they built this entire game and then just never
dropped it.
Man, who knows?
Super Metroid. I've been wanting to replay that forever, and I've never had a good emulator that really worked well. So the only one that I think I could see online that people were complaining about was like ActRaiser and Chrono Trigger. They don't have those.
Chrono Trigger wasn't on there?
No, which it's on iOS. I'm playing it now. It's pretty cool. But yeah, it would be neat to have it on the box.
Man, I gotta get I gotta get my mobile game going on because that's like for all the nights when I'm just like sitting there sleeping, or sorry, when I'm not sleeping, trying to convince the baby to sleep.
This big glow of light from your phone or your tablet. I just need a game a little bit.
Man, that was like I remember at the time I did some Hearthstone, which is always just like super risky because you're in a match, and if something happens to the baby, it's like, all right, well, I'm out of this match. Bye.
There goes my record, undefeated.
No, but I remember playing the heck out of 80 Days Around the World.
Yep, I remember you mentioning that one.
That was just a blast. But if you have like a slow burn RPG, that might just fit the ticket. Yeah, man, SNES that at the same time too, like just as far as emulator, it's almost. Do you remember like walking through malls, like call it like 5 years ago, and there's guys selling little plastic consoles that had like 1,000 games on it.
Yeah,
and like so you know, it's not
cartridges with like the 100 games in one or whatever. You're like,
yeah, which is like 80 ones of garbage.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But still, you would just think like, what is the like how many games is that? Like the 20 games that they included?
Yeah, 20 plus the Star Fox one. So
it seems like I don't know. It's such a small. Like, why the limit?
True, because they could probably put the entire list on the hard drive or the flash drive that they got going on. I'm just sure it's licensing, or just maybe they're doing Super Nintendo too. I don't know.
Can you imagine you have to own like so like in front of your TV is just like 7.
Yeah.
7
expansion 1, expansion 2. Yeah, I would totally not do that, but I don't know. It's something that's pulling me towards this one. It's just those are 20 great games, and it's kind of wanting, like, I want to expose my kids to those too, because they, like, my oldest has he has Zelda on his 3DS right now, but to play the original, which was just, I don't know. I don't want to say it was better. It was just the start of what I got into.
Oh, that one was just, man, it's perfect, and just like the style of it too. It's like it still just holds up. Like it's so
it's just
charming. Like it looks great. It plays amazing.
Yeah. If all that is solved, and it's on your HD TV.
Yeah, but no NHL game.
No sports. I guess people would just be laughing at the teams that were
Hartford Whalers and
Quebec. Or the game-breaking bugs where you just do a wrap-around and score each time.
That was the best part, though, especially when you're playing someone else, because then your buddy goes for it. You know what he's doing, so you got to rush back.
Your goalie would be out in the middle of nowhere for whatever reason.
Yeah, but like that's just too bad. I wish they. It's probably more than anything. It's probably like you said, like licensing. I can't imagine EA would let that slide.
Yeah.
But you can imagine if this thing had, man, like NHL '95, NBA Jam.
Yeah, NBA Jam I would love. And
can you imagine if this thing had NBA Jam? Like
that would be fun. And I that doesn't even have to have real teams. That was just fun to play. That was ridiculous.
Man, so many. It's not real. Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Sorry,
you got there.
Blew that twice.
Yeah,
right?
none
like,
of that.
What is it? Something in a Shell in Time or
Turtles in Time. I think it was Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. Yeah, that one would be good too.
That was incredible. It feels like you could add another 10 easy to where they fight for.
Yeah,
but then in addition, you could probably add another 20. So
right, it's just a different slope of other games.
Yeah,
they'll make their money.
I'd be curious to see what happens. I just wonder if there's going to be some ill will because of the first one.
There will be. Come on,
sold out. Like
production, yeah, like they won't produce enough. I think they've gone on record saying they are producing more, but nothing in 2018. So it's this one and
what he said. What are they doing? Like
it's one and done. Because what they've said is that they want to promote the Switch, so they want the focus on the Switch. So I guess they don't want this thing fighting at Christmas with the Switch, which I could see. But you've got this whole other market. I don't think I'd ever really buy a Switch just for cost. But if I had the option of this other thing, I'm down. You got a sale? Just make it available.
Man, I hold myself back from the Switch some days because it's just like it looks so. It's just the portable part is just like that's so awesome.
That's up your alley right now. Like you could go under a blanket and just your own virtual reality again the console.
That's what I have to yes, that's what I have to convince myself of. It's just like it's not about me. It's about helping with the baby. And
Right.
I need something to do.
Yeah.
No, but geez, like yeah, like having this thing and being able to run your kid through that gamut, like that, those classics, which is probably like more engrossing than the NES ones. The NES ones are like cute and kind of fun, but they're very quick, arcade, like not a lot of depth to them, right?
Yeah, not a lot of color, right? It's not very interesting too. So it's
but these SNES ones, man, if you could put your kid through Zelda, like if they could survive Metroid,
yeah,
like Donkey Kong, not Donkey, yeah, Donkey Kong Country
Donkey
2,
Kong,
but
yeah.
I was more gonna say Mario Kart.
Mario Kart is so fun.
That was a great version of Mario Kart.
So good. And no blue shells, so we're good.
No nonsense, just pure
just gaming.
Mario Kart.
Yeah. Oh, they didn't do Bomberman. That was another one people were talking about. But they realized that you had that multi-tap accessory, remember that? Where you would plug in 4 controllers. So you'd have to you'd have to do something. You couldn't have 2 people against Bomberman.
Did Mario Kart have 4 players?
I can't remember. I only remember 2, but I only played with my brother really, so I'm not sure if there's more.
Yeah, because obviously N64 did, because that was
that was
awesome because you had 4.
That's the next one. Just to wait next year, and then you'll get the N64.
Oh, that would be okay. That one would be that. No,
GoldenEye, Mario Kart on there.
As far as like having a home console that, like a home console you can have friends over with and everybody would play. GoldenEye, Mario Kart, just Super Smash Brothers.
Yep.
Like, that'd be done. That they better make millions of that. Because I think that's the apex of it. I think
it just seems like whenever they're in trouble a little bit and they just want to print money, they just press the button and just make a classic console.
Hey Reggie, do you want 50 mil? Yeah, I guess.
Like, ship them out.
How far does it go? It's gonna be a mini GameCube, a mini Wii U.
Yeah, it's already ready to go. It's just. Yep.
Just like the little the Wii U controllers like this big. It's all the touchscreen and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where technology goes to.
That's it.
All right, so you're a buy.
If I can get one, yes. I'm not paying a ridiculous eBay price. I'm not down for that. I'm a dad with some responsibilities, so I will pay
for college. Original price, and Jeff said,
You're not sure?
No, it's just another system, and like I have
so many systems.
I have something like the Shield, the Nvidia Shield.
Oh right, yeah.
Right, which is just like it's a portable thing, and it totally runs emulators fine. Like I had been playing literally Final Fantasy 3 on it.
Right.
So it's like I just can't do it. I don't think. The N64 I would. The only thing I can't imagine is like the SNES and the NES controllers make sense. Yeah. As far as reproducing because it's small.
Relatively easy,
what the heck would you do?
I was about to say, I'm like, it's like this winged monstrosity of, I don't know. People got used to it, but
it works fine once you get into it. But as far as like reproducing those, like that would be weird. And they're big.
They are huge. And remember the Rumble Pack that you would have to
just like
introduce your kids into that. This is what Daddy came with, and it's this huge like piloting a machine with.
Oh, and it's an extra batteries and like There's one I remember there's one game because I have it in 64, and I have Perfect Dark for it. Except it doesn't play because you need like a special expansion to go into your controller before you can play. So it doesn't let you play it. It's like where's your expansion pack? I'm like, I don't got one.
It's just they're taunting you. It's hey, come on,
do it.
Why you play me?
Alrighty, well, expect in future a couple streaming episodes of review of SNES.
Better be there. If Nintendo's listening, you know where to find me. Just send it along.
You got my number. Passable.
Yeah.
When is the launch date? It's end of September, isn't it?
End of September, yeah. So hopefully all the kids are at school. They don't know what it is, and I can go out and grab one.
Jeez, that's reading. Man, how that absolutely competes at Christmas.
Yeah, it will. Like, unless they sell out in like a few weeks and it's done by the end of October. I don't know.
Which, knowing that, maybe that's the plan. Just like it's 1 week of sales and just nothing
Just
but
sell
eBay
it
after
that
that.
way. Yeah, just
God,
sell it all year round, and then you don't have that problem. Whatever.
yeah, the problem is too, people are gonna buy like 7, so they can try to sell it online.
That's yeah, and I can totally see that happening, and somehow they have to limit that. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope they approach it smart, because yeah, that's such a lousy backlash off the first one. That was just a shame.
Well, yeah, just make every store. Well, I guess you can't say what stores can sell, but you could just say one per person, and it just makes it that much harder. Come
At
back
least
with a
2 is
disguise.
something reasonable.
Hello.
Must.
I'd like to buy another Nintendo, please, sir.
No, your kids will come in handy. This is, you send them the kids in. Take this crisp $100 bill and walk over to that man
on piggyback in like a trench coat and
there it is.
wobbling in.
Pay no attention to the man in the coat.
Yeah, they get distracted. They buy Pokemon anyway. Wouldn't make sense.
Just $100 worth of candy.
Yeah.
Like, damn it! Come on.
Here's another 100. Go back again.
What is that? Water guns? Come on! Nerf guns.
That would be a good skit though, because that's totally what would happen. They go in, get distracted. I'd be yelling from like out in the parking lot.
Yeah, and the best part is like you start the skit saying, "I refuse to pay $600 on eBay."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you spend like at least $700.
Way more trying to get them to do what I want.
And scene.
Just listen.
Oh, well, everybody, I think that'll do it for this week. Thank you so much for listening. This has been New Dad Gaming. If you have any show ideas, notes, questions you'd like to ask us, like please reach us on our website at newdadgaming.com. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter to subscribe to the podcast. You can find us on iTunes as well as Google Play and any other podcasting service. We'd appreciate a download, a like, a subscribe, and most importantly, pass it around to new dads who game. So until next week, my name is Trevor, and I have a 2-year-old and another on the way.
And I'm Jeff. I have a 6.5-year-old and a 4-year-old and a Super Nintendo pre-order. Hopefully.
A wee little... Tis just a wee little SNES. Bringer of joy.
I'm hoping.
Just this one, it starts up like a ding ding. It should be like all miniaturized sounds.
Oh god. Even if they had the original sounds, I'd be like, sent back 20 years.
Single tears roll down and like
get my Super Sticks out.
Especially as your kids just get like just ruined on like Metroid. Where do I go? Yeah, welcome to my world.
No continues. What do you mean?
Oh, geez. We'll see. We'll see. No. Talk to you next week.
Later.